Hello, my wonderful students and subscribers. This is your Master GongSun with another episode of the Jing series. We're going to jump right into it. Chapter 24. So what does this say here? Chapter 24. Here are the parts that I will focus on. Let us begin. Those who tiptoe cannot be balanced. Those whose stride is too long cannot walk that far. Those who brag and boast will not attain enlightenment. Those who follow the Tao would call these things useless and pointless. All followers of the Tao must avoid them. So let me break this down for everybody. Although it's pretty straightforward, it talks about not wasting time and energy on useless things. For example, those who tiptoe, they're trying to stand above the crowd, aren't they? But if you tiptoe, sure, you might stand above the crowd some of the time, temporarily, but sooner or later, you will lose your balance, and then you'll fall. It's no different from all the celebrity scandals I've heard of, right? There have been so many examples of, like, what was it? I believe P. Diddy is in prison now, right? He was accused of doing many things, and he got away with a lot of them throughout the years, but eventually it caught up to him. Sooner or later, he had to answer for them. So, in Taoism, it's best not to brag about our accomplishments, and it's also best to keep our balance. So don't eat too much, and don't do anything to the extreme. Such behavior really is a gigantic waste of energy and time. And we talk about those who follow the Tao would call these things useless, right? It's useless because there are also other things that we do that are useless, and I myself have been guilty of them. For example, I used to watch too much TV. I had nothing to do when I was much younger, in my 20s. I'm now almost 40. But when I was much younger, I was rewatching reruns of the same show over and over again because I liked them. For example, I would watch a lot of Disney channels because I was a big fan of Disney when younger. And then I realized, like, what am I doing? Am I just afraid to meditate? Am I afraid to let my mind think and meditate and wander? And I was. So that is a big problem. And it is only when I became older, in my 30s, that I realized, hey, I should not be wasting time on a TV show, especially one that I have already seen before. And also, this applies to, like, surfing the net, watching TikTok videos. That's the absolute worst. Completely mindless. That drains your energy. So instead, we use that time and the energy to cultivate, right? To meditate, to practice virtue, what we call de. Okay. This has been your Master GongSun, and thank you for tuning in. As usual, keep becoming in line with the Tao.